everyone, this is a Greyshot17 here.
And Greyshot151 right here.
And we are doing a review of Happy Death Day.
Yes, in honor of the Halloween themed month, which obviously is playing out gloriously right now on the channel for your pleasure. We did a review of this movie, which is kind of a horror, kind of a comedy, kind of more like a thriller, honestly, than a horror.
It's a horror comedy. It's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah. A thriller.
Also, by the way, I know this is PG-13, but there were like little kids in the theater running up and down.
Oh my god, that was the most... Okay, if there's one thing I did not like about this movie, Cinemark, you are atrocious when it comes to just dealing with kids. Alamo would have tossed them out. They would have not allowed... Also,
there were like three kids running up and down.
Why are you taking your 3 kids to see a thriller
and they're probably like
movie?
Between the ages of 5 and 10.
Like, seriously? I would say 4. That one kid looked really young.
But the big point is it's a PG-13 horror film. Still,
why? And
you take your kid, and it's like, all right. I mean, you're really risking it because I saw Oculus, and that was pushing PG-13.
I just also want to make note. By the way, that is a hilarious name because I'm sure Facebook is just thrilled that there's a movie with that. Okay. To the actual movie.
Oh right.
To the actual.
It's a bad movie, except for the kid stuff. Oculus.
Oh, yeah. To the note of the parents, just why? Just hire a babysitter.
So the film...
Oh, yeah, to the actual film itself, because that was honestly the most horrible part. Film is pretty good.
Teresa, was it Gelman?
Yes.
A.k.a. Tree, is reliving the same day over and over again because she's being killed by a baby-faced... Killer. Which, by the way, this film was originally supposed to star Megan Fox and be produced or directed by Michael Bay.
I'm quite happy that it wasn't.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Blumhouse, which is the people behind this, they made Split. Yeah. Did they make Get Out?
They did both Split and Get Out.
I know they did.
This is their 3 for 3 of like making a horror film and doing really, really well.
Didn't they also make It Comes at Night?
I don't believe so.
I'm pretty sure they did. I think they did because that one was...
Okay, so their entries for 2017 includes Split, a comedy, Get Out, The Belko Experiment,
which did not do well.
Yeah, Slight, which was a drama, Low Riders, Birth of the Dragon.
I heard really good things about Slight, actually.
Yeah, no, it was really good things. And once again,
Birth of the Dragon.
For those who don't know what exactly Blumhouse is, it's a production company that makes it's a lot of cheaper films. But the thing is, their average budget, I would say, is about $5, maybe $10 million.
Yeah, they don't spend much on their movies, but they get a good return.
Huge. Get Out and Split, respectively, made over $250 million. And on a $5 to $10 million budget, you are rolling in cash.
Wow, they make The Purge too. I didn't even realize that. In any case, so. In regards to this movie in particular, though, going back to the original, so basically the premise is girl, basically what you would call the college whore. Essentially, she is a sorority girl. She wakes up in a guy's bed. She literally, by the end of the day, is talking with 3 guys that she slept with or in a relationship with. One of which is a professor, one of which is a guy, just like a jock kind of character.
Yep.
And then the other guy is, who's the last? Oh yeah, one guy, her sorority, like, sister, like the one that runs the house is interested in. In any case, that doesn't matter because at the end of the day, she dies. Spoilers.
Yeah. And
then she returns. And she keeps living the day again and again and again. So think Groundhog Day, Edge of Tomorrow, those types of films.
Yeah, or like if you're going into like ReZero or something along those lines.
Yeah,
except here's the thing. Actually, no, we'll wait into spoilers for a lot of that stuff. But overall, the main performance, the main girl, does a admirable job. I would say with what she's given, Jessica Roth is actually a pretty good actress and does I would say a good job with what she's given because she's essentially a mean girl that turns into actually kind of like a hero.
Decent person,
though still an idiot. But once again, her actions. I'll talk about in spoilers, but she gets smarter. But again, if you're in that situation,
at that point,
if I found out on the 3rd day I could come back and I'm like, oh, I'm living this day over and over again.
First off, I would go find the nearest Powerball winning, look it up.
Yeah, just quickly
enter it by the end of the day. I'm not saying I would personally get myself killed, but I would possibly get myself killed and then come back, win the lottery, and just go to a police cell and say, hey, punch a cop and go into a police jail.
Yeah.
Or just drive away. Or just, like, go into a police cell where you're perfectly safe.
Yeah.
All those options I would do as a sane person. But this is
It has to be entertaining.
Dumber character, at least that's how she was portrayed in the beginning, who gets smarter over time.
Yeah.
Who repeatedly gets murdered.
Yes.
I also like the fact that the first thing she asks for advice for the person she wakes up with, who is a guy named Carter, who, by the way, is probably my favorite character of the whole movie.
Yeah.
He's
a generally nice guy.
He's just a generally nice guy who really just reminds me of myself. So hey, but he also has a few character notes to himself, like how his interactions with his roommate, just like dick. Like he just has this running joke with his roommate that plays out well.
Better. Yeah,
and his general interactions with not only her but others really works to the film's character because to the film's character, because everyone else is kind of like one dimensional. But they have their own flaws and they do it well enough. They have the sorority sister. You have the teacher that's getting, the person, the main lead, is cheating with. And you have plenty of others. The roommate, all sorts of stuff. All of which play their characters out very well. They're not memorable, but they do it.
They're fine.
They do it well enough that you believe that this is like a college.
Yeah. I was entertained through the film. It's nothing special. It's... Again, and eventually...
You'll see the twist coming.
Yeah. As soon as they got to a certain point, I'm like, I know who this is. Because it's A, the only person you have not checked. Because she's checked every single other person. Mm-hmm. And B, it's the only person that makes actual logical sense with how things play out eventually. With certain characters popping up, you're like, oh, that's how that happened.
Yep.
But overall, would I recommend this film? Hard to say. If you want to go with friends, you'll probably have a decent time. You catch it on Netflix or something when it eventually. But I may not recommend it just go like, to a horror film on theaters. I think there might be a better... you could go see It. It's a better horror film. And it's still actually doing pretty well.
It is doing very well, I will say.
Yeah.
But if you're kind of just wanting like a thriller slasher type movie with a unique premise... This movie is serviceable enough. Honestly, out of a 10, I would give it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10, yeah.
The characters are good. The plot has holes in it.
It's just above...
But you look past it.
Yes. So we're going to go into spoilers real quick.
Yes.
Spoiler, they never explain or hint at or do anything
of
why she constantly comes back. Groundhog Day, be a god, manipulate force, be a good person. Edge of Tomorrow, alien ooze. The what other films?
ReZero.
ReZero.
It's a witch.
It's an evil... I don't want to say evil, but it's a witch trying to get her own... do something with herself. And no matter what he does, he's forced to go on.
Yeah.
Steins Gate. It's a time machine. What else is... There's tons of shows that you go back in time in.
That I can't think of any at the moment. But the premise has been played a lot, and this movie recognizes it. I mean, at the very end, they make note of Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
But I will say that even that... While they don't explain it, it's not the worst thing. There's some hints that there's some tying to like the mom who was also had her birthday.
I think it could have been better done. I
wish they would have tied it had like the bracelet, because the guy kept bringing back the bracelet, which I thought was the thing that kept bringing her her back. And my note was like, okay, maybe it's tied. Maybe there's like an engraving, like the mom will always protect. Like there something
anything.
Just hint. Yeah, there's nothing really to feast on. Also, the other problem I have with this movie is, it has some plot holes. Like, apparently she gets weaker every time she gets killed, but that's, thrown out halfway through the movie.
Yeah, she's still kicking ass. She throws someone out a window.
I wish it would have been note of, ReZero, how he doesn't know the limit. Every time it's cautious, every time he's, super paranoid.
Well...
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After, so much, he's still paranoid going on because he thinks there might be a limit.
Yeah.
And I wish that would have been toyed with more. Her body starts coming down, wearing itself down.
Yeah.
I wish you'd have seen, bruises or, places where she'd been stabbed. Her body, her mind knows she's dead, and it's starting to wear down her body.
I did like the part where she drowned and she come up out of the bench to, spits out of water.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, the editing and the how it plays from how she dies to how she wakes up works very well. Another note I don't like is...
Also, her good ending is her holding a knife to a police officer and they don't arrest her.
Yeah.
I'm like, you could just tell that officer to get another officer, that guy's undone. And that guy would get another officer, and come up. Also, that hospital is pretty bare.
Also the other, for like a serial killer.
For a hospital that is supposed to be busy, that was like the most barren hospital that I've ever seen.
Not only that, but excuse me, the killer, how it's revealed, which is she first believes it's a kind of a murderer that's local that escapes.
She thinks it's a friend and it's a murderer. She subdues the murderer, but she still dies. She's like, "How'd I die?" And then she's like, "Oh wait, it's the cupcake, and it's the person who gave me the cupcake, which is the roommate."
There is some foreshadowing to this, which I did catch, especially with there's this one instance where she gets pulled over by a cop, and immediately she's like, "So you're gonna arrest me and like lock me in a cell?" He's like, "Yes, and you're not gonna be able to get out. No one's gonna be able to get you." She's like, "Take me. I'm high. I'm drunk. I'm everything. Just arrest me."
And she's like, "I've never been arrested before." Yeah, and the guy's like, "Okay." That guy, he had a small part, but goddamn, did he sell it?
Yeah. But yeah, no, there are some good moments in this movie that make it above average, and that do how the characters are conveyed and the honesty that you feel from the characters. Again, stupid moves aside. This movie has a little bit of a heart, and you honestly don't mind every time she comes back because you want to see more. It's not like a horror movie.
She becomes a better character. I just wish the plot would have been better.
The other thing I will make note of is in regards to the trailers that occurred beforehand. This movie, I didn't really know anything about it.
Yeah.
I knew about I saw like a brief clip. But I kind of like that because I was kind of surprised. I mean, again, you know where it's going to go. But it was still better than, I will say, like the Insidious trailer that played out in front, which could be a good movie. I don't know, but it was just like, I've seen this before, and it's going home. And it's like, that is a generic horror movie. That at least what it looks like, and I'm like, I have
also
no
made by
care.
Blumhouse.
I don't care.
Yeah,
and it's honestly just like, I don't care for those horror movies. I like horror with a unique twist, or it's fun, or something different. Like I enjoyed thoroughly. It is scary.
I think it's a better idea to give the creator more,
just give a unique premise.
You set a budget, but you allow them the freedom to do what they want.
Yeah,
and then you get a film sort of like this, where it could have been written better, but it was well done. I would say, I mean, it was fine. It was serviceable, but at least it wasn't. Like, they could have really just been like, generic horror movie where it's going to end terribly. I'm like, oh, great.
I honestly thought that's how it was going to end. They were going to wake up and she was going to die and the roommate was going to come out or something. Like, I expected
the roommate gets the revival?
No. I expected... Well, that would have been a clever twist. But that anyone dying that day comes back. That would have been clever. And everyone's stuck in this hellish loop. But the thing I actually kind of thought differently was... the ending when she eats the cupcake.
Yeah.
They both wake up dead because Carter eats the cupcake too.
Yeah.
And I thought both were gonna wake up dead, and she was gonna come out and be like, "Well, that was easy." Like I thought there was gonna be something like clever like that, like the quote unquote horror ending. But I was kind of happy that she got her good ending or better ending.
Yeah, I think again, it's a better person, but overall, I just wish the plot and the story was better. Just overall, just like even like a little bit with the script, just anything. Because
your cat was nodding in approval with everything you said. She was just like this, and then she just.
It's like you can see how it could be a good film, and it's there, but it
could be a far better film.
Yeah,
is what the problem is. The note that we have.
Yeah.
And
it could be a lot
hints
better.
to how this power occurs. Hints to her mom, like that storyline.
I swear to God, though, if we start seeing a rash of like time travel, like you're brought back after you die films, I'm like, I'm done. Like, because if this is fine, but if there starts to be like a new rush for new horror films coming out with this trope, it can only be used so much.
You know what I would like?
Yeah.
Happy Death Day 2 from the killer's perspective, from Becca, I think that's her name. Have her, the roommate, essentially keep coming back and back, and the two then go out.
Yeah, this film ends, and it seems like a decent conclusion.
Yeah,
like,
but I would again have this be like, oh wait, anyone that dies, or like have her come back and be like, I'm gonna kill. She knew everything. I'm gonna kill her, and then have the two go to like in a fight, like just when she thought it was safe. Now she has to kill her every single time before she runs out. Before she run, the other girl.
Or they figure out what's bringing them both back, and they have to cancel the other ones.
Before that would be clever. But
that would be a clever movie. You have both the protagonist and antagonist keep dying over and over. They both remember, and they're both manipulating like a chessboard.
Yep.
all the pawns to try to get the other one to die, and also to figure out why they keep coming back.
So that the other one
that's
dies.
A cool... all right, I would go see that, but... Like, if you say another movie where she has to find the killer...
Hey, Hollywood.
Oh, by the way, she could have just trapped the killer.
Me.
She just could have trapped the killer. Like, this isn't that difficult. It's just a normal person. She has no supernatural abilities. You could have literally just grabbed it, like, hey, do you know where I can get a weapon? Okay, cool. Wait. Okay, there's like I'm gonna be. Tell everyone I'm gonna be here.
Yeah, this
comes in the room.
This is the United States of America. You can get a gun at a Walmart, I assure you.
Yeah.
You can defend yourself and maybe even catch a killer by surprise.
And it's like, well, what if the killer still killed her? It's like, well, then congratulations. Then the killer knows, and she does the exact same thing the next day and just plays it out. It's like Edge of Tomorrow or freaking Groundhog Day.
How about
she
shoots the guy in the, or shoots the killer in the head, and then when everyone sees a killer with a knife and a bullet hole through a mask, they might think, wow, that's a good American to have a gun to defend herself. Yeah. To the Second Amendment. Huzzah.
And at that moment, we're going to end this
my bad, yeah. My horrible accent aside. I would recommend... By the way, go see Hellsing episode 8.
Yeah, that's
very funny.
That's a way better horror entry. Go see the TFS Hellsing episode. But
yeah. In any case, this is Greyshot151
and Greyshot117,
and we will see you guys next time with
Thor. I think
Thor Ragnarok. Yes.
Oh wait, we still have to do the Blade Runner review.
That's true.
All right, we'll see you next time.
See you next time, guys.